Hey y'all. Drinking some Gatorade. Okay. And I do have shorts on. hmm I wear shorts all year round. And this is the only way I can angle this desk. So I got this high chair. Anyway. And I have a coat on. Isn't that something? Well, it's not a coat, it's more like a jacket. And I'm inside, but I have on a tank top. I don't dress for the season, y'all. I really don't. Mm-mm. I put whatever on, whatever I want on. But normally I wear shorts all year round. I wear t-shirts all year round. Hi, Color Miss Lori. How you doing? I'm hopping on here real quick for about 15 minutes. I'm waiting for Miss Janet to see what she got for me. um, what was I gonna say? I was down at where I was between 8:30 and 11. The usual place. And so, okay, now it started actually at Kathy Bird's live yesterday. Kathy Bird was doing her little collage and everything, and then she's very interactive with the chat, and then she was asking the chat. I was just talking about all of the crazy people at the doctor's office in shorts. I know, but and then game recognized game. I even have corduroy shorts. Okay. I sure do. Corduroy shorts. Think about it. Corduroy shorts? Like, really? Yeah, I wear shorts all year round. I'm one of those people. And I got into a habit of doing it because I used to go to the gym a lot. And a lot of time I like wearing gym shorts at the gym. So I don't know. I figure like if my top is I have a hat on and I have long sleeve on, maybe a sweater, I'm good. My legs don't get cold. Mm-mm. So it happened down in Kathy Bird's. Kathy Bird, towards the end of her live, almost, she was like, "Well, how do you all store your collage items? Your cutouts and your things like that." Now, this was something that I had been trying to figure out too, because I've been saving a whole bunch of stuff. Because when I go down there to see the ladies when they do their collages and folders and all that, they say, "Put this together." I put it together. They say, "Go get this." I'll go get that. I don't ask no questions. I'm just going to be prepared. Okay. At some point in this art thing that I'm doing, I'm going to be using whatever it is that they suggest. So whatever they tell me to do, I do. So I've been saving them. I had bought a bunch of these things. I didn't even know I needed these things. I got 3 of these things, or maybe 4 of these things. So every time I feel like pulling something out or want to store something, I end up getting these. I might need to get 5 more. I don't know. I didn't know I needed these, but I do need these. Okay. And if you get into crafting and stuff, you will. So I was putting actually have a real box that has a whole bunch of stuff in there. And then I bought the magazines that Miss Dee Dee suggested. What did I do with them? So she also suggests getting some of these things, and I had got some. Now I'm gonna go through these, and I'm gonna put them in a different order. But I got the 20 of them 5x7s. But she has the ones that go. Oh, what did I do with them? I'm trying to think what I did with something that I'm looking for. She has the ones that are big enough for her real big collage book. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna order those. They come. Well, you can get them like for 6 or 12. They had a pack of 3. I only have 3 big large collage books. So I'm not cutting up all those books just to, put them in something else. But so those are coming tomorrow, and you'll know what I'm talking about when I get them tomorrow. But you can see Miss Dee Dee, and she already showed us how to do them. So it never clicked on me that I needed these things. See, you never know till you see somebody else with it. So I'm going to be going through these. But anyway, so I had bought this thing right here at the thrift store, I guess last year or 2 years ago. It's a Generations Archival. It's a memory book. And it was brand new, had the plastic and everything. And it was $5. Now I just went on eBay and I found one that was $8.97. So I guess it's no big deal that I got it for $5. But anyway, but the fact that it was brand new in the plastic, I guess that was. So I had a couple of books that I cut up. And what Miss Dee Dee does is she takes her little ideal pages or her journal pages that she's already made into things, and then she reinvents them. I tell you, she's so clever. So, but in my abandoned books, I have like a whole bunch of space and stuff, and I need a theme to put in the middle of it. And I said, well, maybe I can take some of the pages in some of these books and then start a little thing going on, and then I can find a page in my abandoned book and put it on there and build from that. Because when I just look at the pages, the juices don't flow. Like Miss Dee Dee be sitting here, yeah, okay, you see it, and then she do this and fling paper and mud and feathers and all this stuff all over, and then she just go voila, and it is there. And I'm like, okay, I get it worked up to a point, and I'm like, okay, now what? Now what? But I know what, but I feel like I want to do more to it. So I said, well, let me see. When she did this today, it really hit home. Now, she does it all the time. She shares this with us. I don't know. I just be thinking out the left side, and I need to think more out the right. So it hit home. So this is what I'm going to do to build my pages up and just, see what I have, because you do have to flip through those books, the collage books and your fodder and stuff, and the abandoned books and stuff, and see what you have. So I'm just going to I tore out a couple of pages out of each one of the books that I have, and then also some of the other books that I got from Books A Million or thrift stores or whatever. And now these are different scenes, and I can build upon them, and then I can slide these. I can either leave them like this and keep building stuff on it, or I can slide them into my abandoned book, which is what I really want to do. So I've just cut out some different pages and stuff. Some are already co-mingled together. And then, this was the list I was doing, Miss Lori, when I was testing out the white pencils. I put that. I think that looks creative for something. And so I just, took some of the fodder and some of the pages and just ripped them out. The pages that I know that I like, but I can build onto them. Yeah, so I can put a whole bunch of stuff right here. So I said, okay, well, let me do that since I have the book, because like I said, I've had it for 2 years, didn't know what to do with it. And I love the colorful stuff. So I think I'll do this and then just keep working on it. And then I'll go through what I already have tore up in my thing. Let me see. Yeah, and so with the little books, I went ahead and ripped these out of the book totally. Y'all, if y'all see my face, I have a turban on my head. I don't have a cone head, okay? It might be some reflection where you'll see my head. It's a turban. So I just washed it. So I put them in here, and then I just I'll stick this in here so I don't waste anything, because all these books they're so pricey, and they're like golden goodness. You don't want to waste it, but I don't want to have to keep flipping. So I put what's in this book, and this book is little enough to put in here. And then you could take more of these out or whatever. I think Miss Dee Dee has some where she just took all of these out and just put them in here, and then she saves the cover. But I don't really have a whole lot right now, so I can do it like this. And so this is a pages from this book. I separated this one also. I like the collage soup books. I really do. But I think you really need one of those, one or two. Now I have 3 of those really big books that have over 1,500 pages in there. Hi, Coloring with Wellness. How you doing? I'm over here waiting for Miss Janet Young to come up on here. So I said, let me get my little 15 minutes in on here, because I gotta now have to clean the desk off, and then I got to get ready for whatever she's going to be serving up. When I tell you, I got up on here how I have a homework assignment. Whenever I watch those ladies, I make sure my desk is clear, okay? Because I don't know what they're going to have me pulling out, okay? So now Miss Janet be doing a whole bunch of different things. So she might have me pulling out my inks and my acrylic paints and paint paper and just doing dots and stuff. Now I'm ready for her, because I got a book where I got a whole bunch of scratch paste, swatch pages and colors and stuff. So when she started doing them dots and connecting the dots and all that, I'll be ready for her. Because I actually like to do the same thing what they're doing while they're doing it. Like when I was watching Miss Kathy Berg, I was doing the same thing. I sure was. Or at least while I'm either cutting stuff out or pasting stuff. So then these were just some random ones. And this is actually a picture that I colored. And so, yeah, so I said, well, that's a good idea. But I had actually started to do this book, like do each section. But, I was like, this has 50 pages. And because it does have a white page in the middle, that actually gives you 100 pages. But it's wide enough so that you can stick, a whole bunch of stuff through. I did say that I need to buy some tabs so that I can, separate them more and break them down into categories, like bugs, plants, aliens, that kind of thing. So, yeah. So I'm glad that I didn't repurpose, because I was just gonna put my artwork in here, but y'all know I don't finish a whole lot of stuff, and I don't really want to tear my stuff out of some of my coloring books. I do buy a lot of PDFs, and I do things in watercolor books and papers, watercolor books, portfolio books or whatever. So those can come out, but I don't want to just take stuff out of my coloring book now, unless I buy the coloring book just to take the pages out. Some people like taking their pages out, it's your book. You do what you want to do. So yeah, so now I have an assignment. So what I'm going to try to do is downsize my bins and then also regroup, go through these things, because when I got these, I didn't do right by them. And so I don't know what's in all of these things. And, so by having them like this, it's not convenient for me to have to go through these. Like if I'm going to have a banded page open and then I'm trying to find a theme and then I go through all this, then I got all this mess everywhere and it's just a trip. Y'all know what I mean? I think y'all know what I mean. I actually hate when people say, you know what I mean? And there I go saying it. So yeah, and then some of these have 2 or 3 things in here. So I feel like I have an assignment. Oh, stamps. Dee Dee always sends me mail and she sent me a bunch of stamps. So let me put the stamps that I did save out from her recent mail in my little catch-all box and put these in here. And these need to go. Yeah, and what is this? That's something. See, that doesn't need, see, now I know. See, then when I open it, I can put back whatever it is. So I'm gonna put these in my little envelope that has stamps. Yeah, because then when you want to find something, you got to go through everything. I'm just gonna put both of these in here. Now I'm gonna put this one in here because this came from the same calendar. A piece of fodder, and yeah, I'm just gonna stick this in here because there is a cherry. I know this goes with one of the pages, and I'm putting a bunch of fruit coming out of a suitcase. Y'all don't worry about it. So yeah, but I'm getting 3 of the big ones, which will hold my Where are they at? You know what? That's a trip. I could be sitting here minding my business, putting stuff away, and stuff just, oh, here they are. The big ones that I'm getting are the big clear ones. Albums are great for fodder and ephemera. You can just flip through what you have. I know it. But when I keep everything together and in those big tins of tubs, I'll be digging and stuff. And it adds to the time. It makes you not even want to do it because I'm one of those people, I have to put everything away. And it adds to what I have to put away. So I'm going to get 3 of those folders that she has. I think I'm going to get mine in orange. And you do that for scrapbooking? Okay. See, I always said I didn't want to be a crafter. And I always labeled journaling and as crafting also. And so, see, but I don't mind this because it's kind of like art. It's art too. I mean, all of it's art. So anyway, so yeah, so the 3 that I'm getting tomorrow will hold these. And because these are really new books, they're not. It's too much to cut them all up. Miss Dee Dee has had hers for a while, so she's worked in a lot of hers. So I think her method is a very good method. She keeps them together, and because you know, especially if you look at it, you just know what's in there. If you want to find a particular white giraffe, you're like, I know that white giraffe is in that blue book, you know. But if you don't see it and you pack it away, you don't have to pull it out to find it, or you're going to forget about it. Forget about it. I don't want to forget about it. So yeah, so my assignment after I watch, I'm gonna see what my Miss Janet's gonna give me an assignment to do, because you just never know. I got the brayer. I got to get the brayer, and I got the ink, the jelly thing. And Miss Devon is coming on at 3. Oh my goodness! Oh, and she's gonna show us her video from when she went to Japan. Oh, I think she went to Japan. I don't know where she went to, but I cannot wait for her to come back with this video at 3 o'clock. Miss Jane is coming on at 1. So now I have to cook something. So I've got, what time is this? 1. I got to take Miss Janet into the kitchen with me on my iPad, cook my meals for the week, and then after I finish cooking, then I can watch Miss Devon, and then I can see what Janet had assignment, and I get myself lined up. It's a job watching these ladies. They put me to work. They give me homework assignments. They sure do. Hold on, let me put a rubber band around these. Yeah, so what time is it? It's 12:54. Janet gonna roll over here around 1 o'clock. Yeah, so I guess I am maybe a craft. But is this crafting? What you call it? It's crafting. It's journaling under crafting. It's coloring under crafting. Because I just call all of it art. But it seems to me crafting is crafting. And I always said I want to be a crafter. Crafting is crafty. It's just something about that word that I just say, I will be kicking and screaming to go into the craft land. That's why I don't like not Michael. That's why I don't like Hobby Lobby. Because it's like all craft. I feel like it's I was gonna say a cult. I don't mean a cult. I mean, I feel like they just, just open up my wallet and just throw all my money and sign over, I just feel, I feel like I want everything, but I know when I go in there, I go straight for the sales. I go straight to replenish what I already have. And I like to see, I really don't go to see what's new, because what's new is not normally on sale. So, but I don't know. But when I go to Michael's, I feel comfortable because, I just wish they had more books. But it's like Walmart. I hate going into Walmart, but I like going into Target. I can be in Target all day long. But for a while there, we weren't going into Target, but that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess it just depends on what you like. It is what it is. So, all right, that's all I got for you all. I got to go get my tablet and everything set up. I don't like the word crafty. It's something about the word craft. The finished product is art. Exactly. It's something about that word craft. Like, a lot of people get their panties in a bunch when people talk about calling the journals junk journals. They're like, no, because anything I do is not junk. And I was kind of thinking that too for a minute. But then it's like, I don't know what else would you call it, because it's not junk. But what's the saying? One man's treasure is another man's junk, or something like that. And I do like recycling, so I kind of feel some kind of way about that junk word, because just because you don't like it doesn't mean that it's junk or trash. I don't know. It's just I'm a recycler, so But to call something that you do as a work of art and to call it a junk journal, I can see what people mean, but it's not. It doesn't bother me. Oh, I don't know who. That's not my. Is that my shed, man? I got to go because the shed is supposed to be delivered sometime this week, and they have not. Hold on. I'll talk to y'all later. Miss Janet Young is coming on, y'all, and then Miss Devon is coming on at 3. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.